I've already greased this fitting here. You can see it coming out of the broken boot. And this one here, it's coming out of a broken boot. And this one here, coming out of a broken boot as well. This fitting here is hard to get to with your grease gun because there's no clearance. I used a special fitting on this, which I put the video in a short. A YouTube short has a video of how I greased this fitting right here if you want to look that up. So all I have to do now is get some grease in that one there. I don't see any other ones under here. I ain't missing anything. Then I'm going to go check the drive line and see what I have back there. Truck looks really good underneath. There's no rust that I can see. Control arm bushings, I looked at those earlier. One is into the front and they look nice as well. Someone did steal the catalytic converter, and the gentleman I bought it from told me that when they took it into the muffler shop, he said all he had was these glass packs here, straight pipes, so he put them on just to get him down the road, I guess. I don't know, but they seem to work pretty well, and they're kind of loud. Later on in the video, when I start this up and do an oil change, I will let you hear that. Kind of think I'd like to see them both turn and go out the side in front of the tire. That would be kind of nice, but I'm not here for that right now. What I'm here for is probably this U-joint. There is a grease fitting on it, and it's on the other side. That one probably had been replaced at one time, and when I bought the truck from the gentleman, he told me he had replaced this rear U-joint himself, and it does not have a rear grease fitting on it, and he had done that maybe 2 days before I had bought the truck. So I checked the one up front, and there's no fitting on it, grease fitting, so there's a chance that it's either been replaced without one or it's the original. I don't know. There's 190,000 on this truck. So the carrier bearing, which is right here, it does have a little slop in it, but nothing really that's going to cause any issue at this time. Just a little movement, nothing much. Maybe I can show you that. Now, I think it's good enough for my purpose. I'm going to go ahead and grease this U-joint. I believe I got a little grease in it, but it was really stiff. It did not seem to want to act normal, so I think I'll end up having to replace this joint down the road. So what I want to do next is go back up front and give it an oil and filter change and an air cleaner. Okay, I'm going to replace this air cleaner. Got to loosen these hoses. And I'll just take this box off. It looks like there's 3 screws missing, or 2 screws missing on this side, and I've got 2 on this side, so let's see what happens. Just loosen these up. Loosen these up. Take these 2 out here, one there and there. Eight millimeter. Maybe the hoses will stay with it, I don't know. Long-winded bolts, look like that. And I have 2 to take loose, looks like. I have another bolt that I can put in. Had a windstorm come through and nothing but dust, of course. This is not probably the way to do this, but it may work. Okay. And there's the air cleaner. Yuck. filter down inside the box here that was loose. Probably not the proper way to change the air cleaner in this, but that's what it is right now. It's nice. It's nice and squeaky. Put the screws back in. Gonna wind up first. Should like to get one in on this back side here. Another bolt for the back here. Somebody over tighten these. Tighten these back up. Okay, the air cleaner is in. Now I got to do oil and filter. Okay, I'm really unhappy the way the air cleaner looked, so I'm going to go back in there and change the little filter that's in the bottom that it's got oil in it, and I'm going to change the PCV valve there. Those can be an issue. That can cause the issue right there. Other than that, it would be blow by, and I would have to determine that by a compression check. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and change the oil filter and wait to get the parts in for the air cleaner and the PCV valve. That takes an old school oil filter wrench. It wasn't on very tight, but it did the job. And just put the other one on. I'm at an angle under here and I couldn't see it. Until it hits the bottom, tighten it down until the gasket touches the base. Right there, and then about 3/4 of a turn, and that should do it. I'll probably do this by hand. Okay. I always like to date them. I keep a log anyway of all my vehicles, what I do to them. But I found a 16mm Harbor Freight that'll fit it. It's on snug. I don't have the torque for this, and it is not my best wrench, obviously. But it's going to get a little oiling today. Okay. And there she goes. It's a gusher. I'm going to go ahead and let that drain out and put the plug back in. I'm going to put it in by feel, about the same tightness as when I took it loose. I'll warm it up and check for leaks, but I don't think I'm going to have any. The oil I'm using today is some high mileage conventional 10W30, and I'm also going to put half a quart or 1 pint of mystery oil in it as well. I'll be starting it up and letting you hear what it sounds like at the tailpipe in a minute. It is kind of loud. Okay, just got to get the cap back on. Cap is on. Time to start it up. And here's what the top half sounds like. Looks like. And back here is what my dual exhaust sounds like now. Yeah, they made it into dual exhaust when they took that. Someone stole that converter. Anyway. Well, what do you think? Think that'll make the neighbors happy at about 3 in the morning? I don't know. I sure don't appreciate it, I'm sure. Okay, so there you have it, oil change, 92 F150. Bye for now.